baby. Tamia Lee Talks, baby.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Tamia Lee Talks podcast. I am your host, Tamia Lee, and I am here with three amazing Black women. So I'm going to let them all introduce themselves to you all. Go ahead. Who wants to start? Daionna, you
I'll
start.
start. I'll start. My name is Daionna. I'm 21, and I currently in a relationship for 3 years. And my name's Kamillah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sorry, I was afraid of that.
My name's Kamillah. I'm from New Jersey. I'm 21 years old. I'm currently single. Never had a boyfriend before. And I think I've experienced Black love, but maybe not romantic Black love.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Leah. I will be 32 in a month. I'm currently married. Sorry about that. I'll be married for 7 years and 8. So I'm here to share my experiences with that.
Okay. So everyone knows that Valentine's Day is tomorrow. So we're doing a Valentine's Day edition. And I wanted to talk about Black love because I feel as though Black love is, to me, when I think about Black love, is something that is strong, something that is able to be built upon. It's something that you can really find a soulmate in. So what do you guys think about when you hear the word Black love? Who wants to start?
I'll start. So Black love is definitely very powerful, especially in this country, because this country is definitely, we're definitely attacked as a community. And when you find someone who truly loves you for your soul and everything that you are, it definitely builds a team and it makes you stronger as a pair.
I feel like Black love, kind of just to piggyback off of what she was just saying, through what we've been experiencing throughout, I don't know, for not just 2020, but even prior to that, it's beneficial to have a partner that knows what you're going through, that knows the different experiences that, your Black king got pulled over by the cops. Like, just to know that his queen is by his side, there to support him, to uplift him, that understands like what it feels like to have that, PTSD, afterwards, like, everything is going to be okay, just to reassure that, throughout it all, she'll be there and be his backbone, be his rock. Not saying that, your partner of a different, nationality or race, whatever, wouldn't be there to support you, but it's just different knowing that you guys can relate if you're both, Black. It makes a difference. It really does. Like the connection's stronger.
I definitely agree with you, ladies. I think that Black love, like in a world that teaches Black people to hate themselves, like there's nothing more revolutionary than to be a Black person who loves yourself and who loves other Black people in all aspects of the word. And it's something that's so defiant to me. Like everything you're telling me to think about myself and to think about people who look like me and my community and my people, like F that. I love me, I love him, I love like just a general love of Black people, but also just to share that bond with another Black person in America.
And I think when I think of Black love, I think the word to me is just powerful. I think Black love is powerful because, like you said, Leah, with everything that we go on, with all of you, what everyone said, with everything that we go through in life, it's important to have somebody to go through it with. And I feel as though, I'm not saying that with other nationalities and things of that sort that you can't go through these things with that person, but it's like someone who was born with the same strikes against them. They're Black, if not more, because they're male. Well, whatever you prefer to date. If not more, I would say that it's important to have somebody, or it's being comfortable in a relationship, to me, when I think about Black love, because y'all are going through the same things, y'all are experiencing the same things, and it's unfortunate at times, but to know that you have a Black king or someone, a Black queen, to be there by your side is so much better. So do you guys feel as though that Black love, I don't want to say it's stronger than any other love, but I would say that. Do you think that Black love is stronger than any other love?
I would like to say essentially yes. I know you kind of don't want to say it, but
I don't want to say it, but
it is. It is. And again, it's really just because you guys have that tie. Like you said, like you're born with strikes against you, and you guys already just know that, you know, through the thick of it all, you guys have each other's backs. Like I can tell you, when I go through my little mood swings or whatever, you know, I have going on for the month or for the day, it's just nice to know that Clyde is his name. He's there, and he already knows, like, you know, if I'm feeling down or if I feel like I'm not pretty, like he just reassures me, like, "Boo, you look good. Like you had 2 kids, like you got it going on." So it's just reassuring to hear that come from someone that, you know, represents me, looks like me, and it just makes you more empowered. So yeah, I think it's
Anybody else want to add to that?
I 100% totally agree with that. It's especially like, you know, when I am feeling down. With, you know, they all like society and like social media, they want you to look very Europeanized as possible. And when I don't look like that and I don't feel pretty, my boyfriend Edward definitely said, "Girl, you look good. You know, I love you. You're so beautiful just by being me, you know." And my naked self, I call it, you know, my natural hair, no makeup, and, you know, nails. He just thinks I'm beautiful, and that just helps, makes my heart so warm.
Oh,
I definitely, I definitely agree that I think it's stronger because it takes more strength. Because again, we're talking about a world that we come into where there's strikes against us, just like you said, Tamia. And so when you're already being told not to do that, or like that white women are prettier or white men are better or something like that, and you choose instead to partner with someone who looks like you, that takes more worldly strength, I feel like, and it brings out a stronger bond.
Yeah. Now I want to ask y'all, when was I don't know, you guys could, I don't want to get anybody in trouble with the current relationships you have, but when was the first time you felt like, okay, this is love? Like, I feel like I'm in love. Let's start with you.
Okay, I was trying to wait if anybody else was gonna say something, but honestly, I feel like when his energy just matched mine, like his silly matched my silly, his, you know, seriousness matched my seriousness. We're both Pisces, so we both kind of just flow on the same current anyway. So we vibe on different energies on a, you know, we can feel it. So just to be able to not just like what I see, but to intimately just feel it on a vibe level. Like you have to just innately feel it. It has to be an energy that, I don't know, I can't explain it. It's just an energy, you know, the vibe, it was right. It was just, everything was just like, bing, he's it.
I would say the first time that I knew that I was in love, I would say that, I don't know, I just felt like I always felt like this person wasn't somebody I had to pretend around. You get what I'm saying? Like I could be myself. I can say what I want to say. I feel like our energies both matched each other. And I feel as though when you're in love, it's just simple. I think love can be complicated at times, but I think when you first feel like, okay, this is the one, I'm in love, it's simple. It's not all this extraness of today, what's going on the internet and all that stuff. Daionna, what about you?
Um, Definitely knew that I was in love with my current boyfriend right now. Like piggyback over what you said to me, like when I didn't have to pretend to be anybody else. I could just be myself. And every time we communicate and we have a conversation, he understands everything. Even if it's not the right thing, he understands where I'm coming from. So I feel, that makes me really feel warm and really feel understood. So that just talking to him, like he's my best friend. Just talking to him, I just knew that I was in love.
Kamillah?
Okay, so times that I think I might have been in love, I think the feeling I probably would say is like comfortability and safety. Like stood, I can be myself and just safe. Like next to you, nothing is ever gonna happen, or whatever happens, like we're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a good one because safety is everything. And I think that if you feel safe around this person, like I said, it should be love should be simple. Like you should be able to be yourself with that person. And I think love is amazing, but we got to talk about, in order to love someone, I believe you have to have self-love. So let's talk about self-love a little bit. Starting with you, Kamillah. Back to you.
Okay. I actually think I've been on a self-love journey just like over the past year, just really figuring out like what I don't know, changing an outlook from what do I want from relationships to like what can I be giving myself that would then be reflected in my relationships. And so catering to my own needs, like being more accountable for like the things that I want. I don't know, I always used to feel like I had to wait for someone to give me permission. Like, oh, like, it would be nice if someone got me flowers. And it's like, I can get myself flowers. And then anybody that comes in my life is going to be like, oh, she likes flowers because she's getting it for herself. Let me get that for her too.
Yeah.
And things like that. So even just like for Valentine's Day, being single, but celebrating it with myself, getting myself some gifts, showering myself with love, like writing myself love letter, and just like pouring love into me that I then reflect onto everyone else in my life. I think that's.
I love that, Kamillah. I really do love that because that was beautiful. Self-love is very, very, very important because, like you said, it kind of teaches other people how to love you. If you have to start. When you love yourself and you treat the way that you want to be treated, people see that and realize, okay, this is how she likes things. This is not like her, things that she like. So I'm going to do, I'm not going to do that. It's very important because, you are your best friend at the end of the day too. You're going to live with yourself or you're going to die with yourself. So you have to treat yourself the best that you want to be treated.
I agree with all that. And just, I guess, to tie that together, you have to enjoy or learn how to enjoy time with yourself. You don't always have to be around friends. You don't always have to be around family. If you just designate some time to yourself every day, look at yourself in the mirror, tell yourself your affirmations, letting yourself know that you're enough. If you first know that you're enough, you can be enough for someone else. You don't have to rely on someone telling you that you're pretty and all this, that, and the third. That's just compliments. And that just adds to what you already know. Right now I'm going through a lock journey and, the beginning stages are just like, ugh. But, for me to do it, I was comfortable with myself to know, whatever it is, what it is, I love myself to go through it. So the beginning stages of it, budding and all that stuff, I'm okay with that because I know what I'm trying to do. I know the end goals. I'm okay with that. And just with the self-love and the Black love piece, like my husband loves it. He enjoys the fact that I'm going through this journey because he knows how important it is to me, for myself, not for anybody else. This is for me to make me happy. So yeah.
That's good because I feel, first of all, I love your locks. Okay. I wish that I would have did that, but I mean, I changed my hair so much that it's like I can't, I couldn't go through it. But you cute girl, embrace it. But I wanted to talk about, I'm glad you guys talked about self-love because self-love is a topic that I've been seeing so much since the pandemic has happened. People have been going through things mentally, they've been unstable in that way, and sometimes people look to other people to lean on. But I feel as though self-love, it has to start within. It has to start within. Let me just, that was just a tongue twister. It has to start within. So yeah, so self-love is very important because before you love someone else, you have to love yourself. And I think all of the comments that you guys made about self-love is important. Now, do you guys feel as though, have you guys ever heard somebody say, well, love is all I need, but love to me is just not enough. What are the core things that you feel as though I value in a relationship? Let's start with you, Daionna.
The core things is trust. Definitely have to have trust and communication. I don't know what you're thinking. I can't assume what you're thinking. I can't assume what you want. We need to talk,
Okay.
especially when there's a bump in the road. You know, we have to communicate. We need to. It could be nothing, you know, or sometimes it could be something really big. So you need to talk it out and trust. Um, you know, I have to be able to trust you with everything, especially with moving on. Like eventually I do want to get married. I need to be able to trust that you and me can secure our environment, you know, our future life together. If you are not, if you can't do that, then that's something that we, you know, we have to talk about and maybe step back on.
All right, Kamillah, go ahead.
I definitely agree. Communication is foundation and key. Like we need to be able to talk to each other. So, like I don't think communication in a relationship should be something that's shaky or something that's like, oh boy, I gotta go talk to my man about this. Like who knows how this is gonna go. Like it's like when things happen, you have to be able to talk about it. And I think that's in any relationship, not just romantic relationships. Communication is the key because, like you said, Daionna, like you can't read other people's minds. Like you got to speak up for yourself. You got to be able to listen to what someone else is saying. I think also for me, helpfulness is really key, or just like adding ease to each other's lives. Like we're not in this relationship to make our lives harder. Like we are here to be supportive of one another in any way we can be. So I definitely think like helpfulness is something that is key in a relationship. And the third thing I would probably say is like being practically like complementary to one another, like in a life sense kind of way, like what Daionna was saying, like the idea of being able to create a life together, like practically do we mesh in that way where we could create a family, create businesses, create wealth, whatever that may be, create like a better future for tomorrow. Like together, are we able to do that? So I think in like a really good relationship, those would be key for me.
All right, Leah.
Okay, like while you guys were talking, I was thinking about all these different things, and I don't know if it's bad, I have a lot, but you know, definitely communication. I'm a talker. My whole family, we're talkers. Like we're gonna talk. Like
Yes.
We got to know what's talking. You know, if something's wrong, if I did something, I need to know so that we going forward, I won't do it again. If you're tight-lipped or quiet, I don't know what I did, so it's going to happen again more than likely because I didn't know how to you. Trust, trust is definitely something that you should have with your significant other, because how can you build a life with each other and they step outside and you don't know where they went and you're thinking about it. Why are you thinking about it like that? Like, you don't trust where they went? That's not a good thing. You definitely want to be able to, have in the back of your mind, like, they wouldn't do anything to hurt you. Definitely communication, trust. Also being able to be vulnerable with that person. Like Tamia said in the beginning, one of the first couple questions, you should be able to be your naked self with that person, because if you have to, put on airs every day for this person, do they really know you? Do you really know them? Like, you both should be able to sit around, no makeup, sweats, hair pulled up, fart around each other, whatever the case, maybe burping, whatever, just being honest. Like, you should be able to do all that. If not, then is that a real relationship? Should you really take a step back and evaluate what you really have going on? That's, that's important, especially for me. I don't want you sitting around holding a fart because you think I'm going to say something. All those different things, to me, I feel like, I mean, there's many more I could probably name, but definitely communicate.
Can I add one more thing?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. As well as communication, kind of piggyback on it, you have to also listen. I know, and my boyfriend, he very quiet, and I'm talking, telling him what's going on, telling him what's the issue, and not listening. And then when I finally listened, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I'm doing too much. I need to, he's part of the relationship. I need to understand him too, so listening to your partner, stop talking for a little bit, listening to your partner definitely is very important.
I got another one. I'm glad you said that. Understanding. I feel like with listening, understanding.
That's where I was going.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm opinionated. So when I'm having a conversation with my husband, he might say something that I don't like. Yeah. So I have to tone myself down to listen to what he's saying and understand what he's saying. Because while it might not be something that I might not like, it's something that I need to hear and I need to understand where he's coming from. So definitely understanding for sure.
I was going to talk about understanding because I feel as though people just be talking. They be acting like they be understanding what you're saying. And then you come around and be like, so do you get what I'm saying? And it's like, cricket.
They weren't even listening. Right.
Crickets. Or they just take the whole situation and get a piece of what you're saying. It's like, okay, I'm going to fix that. But you got to fix everything. Like, I feel as though, and people aren't perfect. So I would say for me, I would say communication is important, but understanding is important, because if we're talking, but nothing's going to change if you don't understand what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you got to be like rude or nasty to get your point off. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, no, what I'm saying is all you got to do is just be like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, right. I really want you to get what I'm saying. I really would appreciate if you understand what I was saying, instead of just being yapping at the mouth and then it goes in one ear and out.
I think another thing with that too is like when you're talking to someone, not having them like listen to what they're saying, what you're saying, and then they flip it back to them. Like, hold on, wait a second. I'm talking to you because I'm trying to talk about what I'm trying to go through and see how you can help me. Now it's back on you. And I don't feel like you listen to anything that I'm going through. How are you going to help me if you flip the situation back to you? We can talk about you in a second, but listen to what I'm saying. Understand what I'm saying. Help me. Be helpful.
Right.
You were going to say something, Kamillah?
Well, I guess just to that point, like a lot of, I don't know, I just feel like a lot of people don't know how to communicate effectively, like even in relationships, like with your mom or something. Like I feel like it's common, not just in like romantic situations, but just like in a lot of relationships, we're talking to each other, and like you said, like we're not really hearing or getting anything out of the conversation. And it comes down to like, can you communicate like what you're saying effectively without like feeling upset or the other person getting upset and being like, well, what about this that you did 2 weeks ago or something? And it's like, okay,
Yeah.
that's not the point of this conversation. So yeah, I think that's why communication is so important, not just talking to each other, but like you guys just broke down, like listening, understanding, implementing what you're talking about into like actual life.
Mm-hmm. Those are good. Those are all good points, but I want to like move over a little bit into another topic. Now, in the society we live in today, we live in a society where social media is everything. If you ain't Instagram popping, you ain't nobody. You get what I'm saying? Which is a bad thing. I don't think that it's a good thing, but I feel as though what changes do you see, or what are the problems that social media is implementing or contributing to love? What are some things that you see like, this isn't right? We shouldn't be teaching the younger generation that this is love if you buy this man a Bentley or a Rolls Royce for his birthday. You get what I'm saying? Like, what are your comments on that? Daionna, you can start.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like, if you're Instagram famous, and especially at Instagram famous relationship, all they're doing is buying each other stuff, like cars, a whole room full of flowers, buying them a new house. That's not necessarily, what love is. You want to build with someone. You want to actually communicate. There's not always going to be happy times in a relationship. There are, they're gonna have some downsides to like where it goes. So you have to we have to really step away from social media, especially when it comes to a relationship. You should, and also one more thing, you should compare your relationship to fake like social media.
Yeah.
That is not
That's a big
realistic
one.
at all. Because people on social media, they're not showing you the ugly part of the relationship. They only show you the really nice stuff. So do not compare yourself to that.
And can I just add in there? I feel as though a lot of times people in relationships, they like get hung up on. Oh well, him and her. Gosh, what's wrong with me? Him and her, they're doing this, they're doing that. I want that, or they look like this. Why can't we look like this? And I feel as though relationships get caught up doing that. When you compare to another relationship, or you compare love, or you value love in a total different way than your partner sees love, it's going to be a problem, because it's like, well, this is our relationship. This is me and you, A and B. Why are we looking at this person over here? And I think that's when it comes in and it brings complications and things, all things of that sort. So what were you saying? I'm sorry, I cut somebody off.
I don't know, but I would say, that whole movement with the hashtag relationship goals, yeah, okay, that. So, like you said, when the celebrities, you can't compare yourself to celebrities. Like, no. I don't understand why, yes, I understand you want to buy your boyfriend a car or whatever, but he could have easily did that for himself. Now, they bought themselves Rolls Royces and Bentleys. Your relationship status or your relationship goal should not be that if your financial status is not that. Live in your own bubble financially where you're at, because you can go all of social media, because it can really break you down mentally, because you're not on that level as some of these people. So you got to know where you're at and stay in that area.
I think stay in your lane, honestly. Go ahead, Kamillah.
Definitely probably one of the worst things about relationships on social media, because like social media is a curation of someone's life. it's like going to a museum. Like this is this artist's best piece. You don't know what he went through when he was making the piece. Like you don't, none of that. Like it's just the best piece. And so people are showing the best moments of their life in artistic ways. That's like this picture where they look cute or where he gave her a gift. Like that's not showing everything else in their relationship. And then also like you were saying to me, no two relationships are the same. Like what different people need is different depending on the relationship. You're in the relationship with you and this person, and I need to compare like the ins and outs of relationships with other people because those things were kept more private. And I don't know, I think sometimes when people are in relationships, it's kind of like a social status elevator, like, oh, I have a man, I'm about to post him all the time, that makes me like cooler or something like that. And I feel like, but are you happy? Like, and I don't know, it just becomes like this game of validation, like who can get the most validation from their life from social media. And I don't think it's helpful for relationships.
Kamillah, you just gave us the whole dang, like everything that I was thinking, you just took it out my mouth, because I feel as though social media to me is just, especially social media relationship or being in a relationship in general, it's for validation. Everybody want to be validated by somebody, verified on Instagram or of some sort. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel as though I don't know. And you guys can contribute to this conversation, but I feel as though love today is so much different from love back in the day. Like, I'm not saying that back in the day love is just any other, it's not better, it's better than now, but I just feel as though like things were just so much simpler. Is that a word? Simpler? Things were just simple back then. I just feel as though like now everybody wants to show off, and it's like a showboating contest. Like, it's not about being in a relationship for, and I feel as though nobody dates for the long run anymore. Everybody is always on to something else, on to something new. It didn't work out here, so I'm on to something else. And I feel as though it's kind of unfortunate because it's like, it's just too much going on. Do you have something to say, Daionna?
New man, who this?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Daionna.
I totally agree with you. It's so complicated, you know. It's so complicated because we live our lives around social media. You know, we definitely are always on the phone, always checking to see who's doing this, who's doing that. It's definitely complicated, but I know for me, my relationship is very important to me, so I don't like to compare my relationship to anybody else, especially if I'm not in the same tax bracket as them. I definitely want to fray away from that and live real love, you know. Definitely live real
real love doesn't need validation like that. So I agree with all that. You don't have to, show what you're doing behind the scenes to prove that you guys are in love. Like, it doesn't take all that. Like, just because you guys went to a steak dinner or whatever, like, you don't have to show it unless you want to. Okay, cool. But if you're just at home eating Chinese, like, that's cool too. Like, it doesn't take all that. They don't love you any less.
Great.
My nail tech had said something to me a few weeks ago. She was just saying how like she feels bad for us these days because we have too many options, like, or we feel like we have a lot of options. And so people are always like, yeah, I have this, but what's the next thing? Like, maybe there's another, like, I see what this person has and this person has, or what it looks like they have, and maybe I could have that. And so I feel like obviously it's not like you shouldn't be settling, but you should be able to feel okay with what you have and like where you're at. And I think that social mind is supposed to be able to like handle knowing like thousands of different people's opinions about them, thousands of different people, like the intricacies of their lives. Like, something happens to your like confidence and your like, I don't know, your outlook on life or your opinion, like constantly comparing yourself to the next person. I feel like before social media, that wasn't as easily a thing. Like you could maybe imagine, but there was no way to really know what was going on inside of someone's home in 3 states over from you. Like that just wasn't happening. And so, yeah, I think that we use social media and see like, oh, there's all these different possibilities, which is great. But also like, you still have to be okay with like, and this is my relationship and this is what I'm okay with, like what's good for me, even though someone else might have something else.
Okay, guys, can y'all hear me? Good?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm hearing everybody like bits and pieces. It's like breaking up really bad. All right, guys, sorry about that. We're back on. I got connection issues and I'm in a new location, so we're back. So before we were talking about social media and how social media contributes to failed love, in my opinion, because I feel as though when you compare yourself to other people and you look at everybody else's relationship, you can't focus on your own. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Okay.
agree.
So a game that I wanted to play was Valentine's Would You Rather. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. So Valentine's Would You Rather. Would you guys rather host a Valentine's Day party or be a guest at a Valentine's Day party?
Guess.
Be a guest. Yeah.
I'd rather host one.
I'd rather host one too. I feel like I'm good at hosting. I like throwing gatherings.
Here, yeah, me too.
Because I feel as though my creative side comes out more. I'm able to be like, okay, I'm gonna do this cute, put this here, different
I want
food.
to enjoy the party.
That too.
I agree.
I want to
wanna
facilitate
enjoy the
the
party.
enjoyment.
I'm sorry. What'd you say, Kamillah?
I said I want to facilitate the enjoyment. Like I just want to look around like, oh, look, everybody's having a good time.
I
And I'll be
know.
out there saying, thank you, girl.
And I don't know if it's the Virgo in me or not, but I'm always like, okay, this has to be here, and I'm gonna plan this, and then we're gonna do this, and I don't know. It's just me. I like planning stuff. And okay, so another one is, would you guys rather have pink hair or purple eyes for Valentine's Day?
Ooh. I might do pink hair because I love
Yeah.
pink. Pink's my favorite color, so I might do the pink.
I don't know about purple eyes. Like contacts? I mean, depends on what kind of purple, I guess.
I think we'll go with
You mean
the
like
hair.
eyeshadow?
I guess it depends, like if it's
Okay.
pink, I don't want a bright pink. I want like a rose gold or something, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Would you guys rather go on vacation for Valentine's Day or get a very expensive gift for Valentine's Day?
Vacation.
Vacation
for me.
so-
Dominoes.
Why did
Let's get on
everybody
that
say
plane.
vacation at one time? Like, vacation. I'm in so
I think-
need of vacation.
I think
Agreed.
especially because of right now, because we're in we've been in the house for so long. I'm just like, I'm ready to go right now.
Right.
Let's go.
Right.
Exactly.
Would you guys rather have a secret admirer or be a secret admirer? I don't
That
know.
sounds stalker type ish.
No.
Maybe be one. Maybe make someone's day.
I would say, in my opinion, I think we all have secret admirers. I
Yeah.
think we all do. I mean, from my experience, but but I feel as though I would rather. I don't know. I think I'd rather. It's hard. It's hard. What do you think, Daionna?
I don't know. I don't see myself being someone's secret admirer. Like I don't see myself doing. I don't even know how to do like secret admirer stuff. Like so, I would want one. I feel good about myself, I guess.
Kamillah?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the want one side because, like, being a secret admirer, what do I get out of that? Nothing. So
True, because sometimes you can't act on it.
Right.
You can't progress it. But
A
okay,
different day and age. Nobody has that kind of thing anymore, I guess.
no. I don't know. I'm sorry. This is gonna maybe date me a little bit. I'm not that old, but I'm very young. But back in school, like you were able to like, I don't know if your school did this, but you were able to like buy a little rose, and then you bought the
Yeah.
rose,
Yeah.
and then you put like a little name tag on the rose. No, and it said like admirer, or you could say who it was from or whatever. But you get a
Yes.
rose or how many other roses you want, a little candy or something, and then you sent it to the classroom.
Yeah, it was like a little fundraiser thing that I know we did
Yeah.
up here. It was cute, yeah.
I told somebody that the other day. They were like, "No, we never did that." I was like, "I'm
No,
sure every school did it."
We
Yeah.
did that at our school, our
Yeah.
high school. We did that, but we did it for Christmas. We did the candy canes,
hmm
and you tie the names and you give it to the person in class.
hmm Now, a question was: receive flowers for Valentine's Day or receive chocolates? Would you rather?
I
Chocolate.
want some chocolate. Give me some chocolate.
I want flowers.
Yeah, this is going to spin into another conversation because I was talking to some people, and some people just don't value flowers on Valentine's Day. I mean, I don't know. I'm different. Like, I want my flowers.
I mean, if I could have both, that'd be cute. But if I had to choose, give me some chocolate.
Yeah,
Some chocolate.
But do you think flowers are important to like it's like a necessity?
Yeah, it's a nice gesture. I mean, I'm to the point I like to craft, so I would like for them to like shrivel up and like save them. You know? Yeah, that's
Okay.
I know, corny, but yeah.
good one. No, that's good. That's a good one. I would never thought of that.
Yeah, scrapbook them.
Wait, Daionna, did you say your opinion on flowers for Valentine's Day? Are they important to you?
They are important, especially when they're like, because I love flowers. I love anything green. So they're really important. But I would kind of feel bad if I see them dying, like if I'm not taking care of them properly, you know? I feel bad if they die on me. So I rather have the chocolate and just be like, okay, I'm happy now.
Oh my God! Don't even get me on the topic of flowers dying because I don't let a couple flowers die. But I mean, that's just me. All right, another one is: would you guys rather watch a romantic movie or watch a funny movie on Valentine's Day?
Funny.
Romantic.
Romantic. I think me and Kamillah are the same people.
Gotta be.
I
want
think
a
me and
funny
Kamillah are
movie.
the same people because I don't know. I feel like it's important for Valentine's Day. It's all about love. Like I don't know. It would be maybe I'm cheesy. I
You
don't
can
know.
watch a rom-com.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was about to say. I would like a romantic comedy. I like a little bit of both. It can't be too romantic. Like, what's a very romantic movie? It can't be too romantic because
Love Jones.
That's a
Oh,
good
I
one.
love Love Jones. That's a good one. I'll sit down for that one.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Mhm. I would say, and a lot of people are saying like the Valentine's Day movie of right now is I don't know if you guys saw it, Malcolm and Marie, I think it is.
Yeah, I saw that movie. I don't know. I feel like the dude might lose interest because I watched it. I mean, you have to think on a different level with that movie because it's not, you know what I'm saying? It's different. It's an indie. So I don't think the guy would be interested.
Yeah, and I feel
Hopefully-
I don't know. It's some parts are like traumatic.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
if you watch it, you're gonna leave thinking like, okay, our relationship is better than theirs. That's hopefully the comparison you leave with. But I don't know why else you would watch it on Valentine's Day because they were great.
No.
It was definitely toxic. Like, I was definitely like, you know how you have like some friends and they're in a really crazy relationship. You're like, why are they with them? Like, why don't you just leave? And I feel like that movie kind of gave me an inside perspective of those relationships that we really don't like or our friends being in a relationship like that. Gave me a different perspective. Like, okay, there is definitely some, hurt going on there, but there's definitely some love, like a deeper connection. That's why just separate. Like she didn't walk out the door when he said some crazy things about his ex-girlfriend. Like
Right.
so I definitely appreciated it in a way.
Mhm. I appreciated the movie. I really enjoyed the acting was very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The acting
Yes.
was very
Yeah.
good. And y'all know I'm a theater junkie. You know, I like theater and acting and stuff like that. So the acting was very good. Shout out to Denzel Washington's son.
Yes.
Um,
Zendaya.
but and Zendaya, but I feel as though I don't know. I wouldn't watch it on Valentine's Day.
Nah, that's another time. You
Yeah.
know, you only got 24 hours. Like, you don't have
Let's
time
watch
for
when we
that.
fighting. Let's watch when we fighting so we can just get back together because they're worse than us. All right. So another one is, would you guys? And I didn't mean to spin the topic out. I mean, if y'all like that movie, go watch it. It's on Netflix. Yeah. So, would you guys rather be at home for Valentine's Day and celebrate at home with your boyfriend, spouse, whatever, or would you guys rather go out to a fancy restaurant?
Let's go out. At this point, I want to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely go to like a restaurant or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like if you ask me not in a pandemic, maybe I would say stay in, but I've been in the house. Like I want to go
Right.
somewhere
Let's go out.
I'm trying to go out. I'm trying to see
Yeah.
things. For me, I would feel as though I would for me in the pandemic, I would rather stay in because it's like I don't really want to catch COVID. But any other time, take me out on the town, okay? Like
Right.
let me experience because I mean Valentine's Day is once a year. Like you gotta do something special. And that's my thing. Another question that I have for you guys, do you think that Valentine's Day is measured by the gifts you receive or the amount of is love measured with gifts?
For some, yes. But I feel like, yeah. I mean, I want a nice gift, of course. And I want to give a nice gift, but at the same time, I want that, appreciation. Like I want you to know I appreciate you, you appreciate me, which would be every day, but I do want a nice gift. Like I do want a nice gift, a thoughtful gift. There you go, a thoughtful gift.
Yeah.
I definitely think that Valentine's Day is a time where you can be creative when showing your love to another person. Yes, the night gift is cute, but I rather see how you show your affection. Like, are we gonna go some place? Are you gonna do it up? I rather like that.
Kamillah?
Yeah, I think like Valentine's Day is about a celebration of love. And so gifts is one way that people celebrate, but there's so many ways that you can celebrate. Like you could go have a nice dinner, you could stay in, you could talk about how much you love each other all day. Like I think gifts is just one part of it and it shouldn't be like the whole thing.
Well, I think for me, when I think about Valentine's Day, I think for me it's one day out of the year, and you got to show a little bit more effort than what you usually show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I feel as though like I appreciate you. Like say you bring me a single rose every single day of the year, you better bring me a whole bouquet.
Right.
you, I mean, some people will be like, to me, and no, but I'm sorry. I'm just letting you know how I feel. I'm a flower girl. I like flowers. So, and I feel like ultimately you got to go with what your money is. If your money can provide that type of gift, then get it for me. I'm not saying break your whole bank or your pocket or whatever you got going on. But what I'm saying is you have to show a little bit more effort because it's literally the day of love. Like we gotta show a little bit more effort. And I think a lot of times in relationships, people get disappointed because maybe the male's not showing more effort. And this is for guys too. Save up your coin if you got to a whole year in advance. Or even if it's not something like really big money wise, you could take her for a picnic. Women like picnics. You could take her on I don't know, if people like to be adventurous, go on a hike or something. I don't know. And then get to the top and have a picnic. Like
yes.
I just feel as though you just gotta be a little bit more giving, and you got to show more
Yeah.
effort. And a question is, do you think that Valentine's Day is just the woman's holiday, or is it should be mutual?
It's mutual. It shouldn't just be geared just to women, which I mean, it is marketed just to women, but it should be
Yes.
mutual. You should give too, not just expect.
Mhm. Kamillah, you got something to say?
I think I agree with that. I do. I think like the way that you give like to a man versus the way you give to a woman isn't always the same though. So like I don't know. I feel like guys are hard to get gifts for, but it might be other stuff that like do like their favorite activity with them, or like go somewhere that you know they've been wanting to go, or something like that. Also gifts too, but yeah, that was my thought.
Daionna.
I agree. But I do feel like it's the girls' holiday, because my boyfriend, he wouldn't mind sitting in the house watching a movie and a bunch of snacks. Like that's okay for him. I
And
am
house
with that.
potatoes.
We do that all the time. I want to do something different. Let's go out. Let's do something creative, like go on a picnic. You know, it doesn't have to cost you $1 million just to show your appreciation. So definitely is mutual, but more on the girl side.
And I feel as though it should be a male's holiday too, but like Kamillah said, I don't know, it's hard. It's hard to gift a guy gifts, because it's like, I think it's more geared towards women, because you know, you have the idea of the man is supposed to be the provider. He's supposed to provide for this person, and that's why he's providing the gift. And you got to think about women, especially with children. They take care of the household, Miss Leah. They take care of the household and all the kids and all everything that has to go with it. So I think when I think about Valentine's Day, I think you should give your your partner a gift. However, I think it's more geared to women. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
I don't know. I feel like like yeah, you want it to be about you or whatever, and it's easier to get a woman a gift because flowers, chocolate, da da da. But at the same time, I just feel like the man might just he might feel underappreciated, which you know, this is the one day just to, at least if you don't already express it every day, to express that you're not underappreciated. Like, I super appreciate you. And if even if it's just something like, you know, there's so many different things. You go on Groupon and find little discounted things that you can do with him. Take him to the spa with you, you know, like it could be a couples thing or whatever. You know, there's things you can do with your significant other.
And don't get me wrong, that could have came off wrong. That could have came off wrong. That could have came off wrong. I did not. I value guys too. And and I feel as though it should be mutual. Let's just leave it at that. Cut it. We're done with this question. Okay. So another question that I have: what is your love language? Do y'all know, everyone's talking about, oh, this is my love language. I like this. I like that. So what is your love language for your relationship? Daionna.
I'll come back. I want to hear you.
Come back.
Yeah, come back.
Okay.
Mine are quality time, acts of service, and physical touch.
Quality time, acts of service.
Like, I like spending time. I like people to be helpful and to do stuff for me, and I like to be cuddled up.
I think we're the same people.
Obviously.
I think we're the same people. Okay. Yeah.
So I feel like mine would be communication. One, because we both work, we have 2 kids. So just to have that quiet time where we can just reconnect and talk to each other, just simply asking how your day is and, you know, delving into that. And then also we're both goofy. So having that time to just crack on each other, like we rank on each other all the time, like, you know, and just having that moment to laugh and giggle at ourselves, it brings us back to like why we fell in love with each other.
Yeah. Daionna?
Okay. All right. So I can piggyback off both of theirs. Definitely being cuddled up. You know, I love affection and definitely communication. I'm also goofy person, and I could chat. So just talking about my day, getting it all off before I go to sleep.
Mhm.
I like the two things.
I think for me, it would be communication because that is my major in school. And as y'all can clearly see, I like to talk. So I need somebody to just talk back. Like I need somebody that's just gonna be like, okay. I'm not saying we talk back like arguing or anything, but what I'm saying is I need somebody to express what they're feeling, express what they like, what they don't like, so that we can make it work because you really can't read somebody's mind. And if you don't communicate, then everything's just gonna go haywire because how was I supposed to know you're feeling this way or how was I supposed to know you like that? And I think quality time also, I feel like people make time for what they want to make time for. And I feel as though you have to make time for your spouse, even though, or your partner, even though you could have two different worlds going on. I think sometimes it's good to just slow down. Let's just slow down. Let's have this moment for ourselves and then go from there. So that's my love language. And I like acts of service too. I like acts of service. Like it's just the small things. It's the little things. You don't have to go out here and buy me a Birkin bag. Like, no. You can just buy me, or you can just, even if you go and pick up a freaking flower out the garden, you present it. There we go.
That
Like,
is sweet. I like that. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like it's just little services. Or if you know that I'm really tired or something like that, you can be like, oh, I'll do this today, or don't worry about it. I'll do this today. You know what I'm saying? It's little acts of service. So that's mine. Those
That's
are my
great.
love languages. All right, guys. I gotta ask you this because I asked everybody. What is something that you guys manifest in your future? And it's okay in your relationship, if you're not dating or if you are in a relationship, you're married. What is something you manifest within your love life? Leah, I think I'm going to start with you.
Okay. We never really had like a real wedding, so I want us to have like a vow renewal. And that's something that I see us like. It's a ceremony that I think we both long for, because it's something that we didn't have in the beginning. And then now we have two kids, so they can be a part of the whole celebration. So it'll be a family event, obviously.
Yeah, I'm coming.
And yeah, I just feel like I think that would be something really good because since like I said, we've been married for almost 7 years. It's communication has definitely been like difficult throughout, but now I feel like we've gotten to the point where we are able to discuss like what we like, what we don't like, what we've been talking about throughout the whole segment.
Yeah.
So this is kind of just us being able to both be involved in something that we both want. So I'm excited for that next chapter in our relationship.
Okay, good. Who's next? I'll go to Daionna.
A couple of things I manifest in our relationship. I hope to get married one day. So definitely want that. One thing I really want is strength to get through a relationship, to keep a long relationship. I'm not a fan of divorce. I had it in my family a lot of times, and definitely heartbreaking. I just hope and I pray to God, because God is really important to me, and I bring it into my relationship, into my life, that He blesses us with the strength to keep a strong relationship forever.
Amen.
Me personally, I'm manifesting like a vacation in Morocco or something. Y'all had better manifestations than me, maybe, but
Stop.
that's what's on my mind.
I like Morocco.
Right.
I think for me, if we talk about vacation spots, I'm manifesting Bora Bora because it's just beautiful. Oh gosh, I want to go so bad. Okay, so I think for me, what I manifest is, I think I'm on the same page with Daionna on this one. I want to manifest marriage in the future. I want to be married. I value marriage. Which is very surprising because a lot of people of our generation they're not down for it. They don't really like it. They don't see the need. Like I've literally talked to people. It's like, I mean, if we're in a relationship, I mean, he ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. They don't need to get married. But no, cut that. That's a no. Okay, that's an excuse. But I think that marriage is what I manifest in my future. Somebody to just grow with, you know. I want to just be married with somebody that I can be myself with, grow with, be able to look back on times and be like, whoa, we've come far, but we come far together.
Yes.
You know? I feel as though, and I feel like marriage can be hard. Okay, I understand that. I totally get that. But I feel as though I also value being in a marriage for the long run. Like if I say I do, this is my person. Like
This is
me and you. That's it. Ain't nobody else. You get what I'm saying? But I feel as though longevity in marriage, happiness, love, trust are things that I manifest in my love life in the future. I think those are all good.
Love
Yay,
it.
I love it. Segment. Oh, wait. And to wrap it up, what we said before, Black love, what are the things that you need in a relationship? 3 things.
Okay.
Daionna, are you about to go? I thought she was about to talk.
I'm trying to scrape. I got 2, but I'm trying to think of the third one. Maybe when I say the 2, I might think of the third one. Communication, number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely communication. You have to talk to your spouse or your partner. Trust, definitely trust. You want to trust your partner. I feel like those are a little cliche, but those are definitely really important. And then the last one will be the most important one. If you have a higher power, make sure your relationship is with the higher power as well. You know, God's my number 1, so you definitely want to have a higher power in your relationship to keep it strong.
All right, guys. Before we go, for everybody does 3, give me 1 because Kamillah has to go. She's a busy lady. 1, Leah. What's the most important to you?
Communication. Got to talk it through.
Got to talk it through. Go ahead, Kamillah.
I'm gonna say communication also.
And y'all know I like to talk, so it's communication for me too. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming on. I appreciate y'all and enjoy your Valentine's Day. Love you all.
Thank you.
Same to you. Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day.
I say.
Tamia Lee Talks, baby. Tamia Lee Talks, baby.